inside the HPL booth once again for another exciting, action-packed racing for you guys here tonight. Up in the broadcast booth, it is always Mr. Jake, and I'm glad I get a chance to be up in here broadcasting, calling all the F1 series racing in store for you guys. Now, in case you guys missed out on what went down last week, let's go ahead and bring it to you guys. Last week it was Masopes. Nope, I take that back. My apologies. It was the Heredia God that got to win with a last lap duel against Jackson Altman, and it was very chaotic, very awesome race. But however, it was Heredia God that got the win, so good for Heredia. Um, okay, make sure that we are live. So my apologies about that, y'all. But let's go ahead and get to the standings as we get to them real quick. Let me go ahead and find it. All right, so following last week's race, um, we got John. Nope, this is Division One. Okay, never mind. Well, yeah, Division Two. Okay, anyways, so last week, so Ashton Martin got himself the win over with 105 points with two wins. Ferrari with 88 points and two wins. I don't know why my game's still loading, so just give us 1 second on that, y'all. My apologies. Um, give us 1 second, y'all. Hopefully we can get. Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyway, so let's get to the standings at the moment. Back to what I was talking about. Aston Martin with 130 points with three wins. Ferrari 106 with two wins. Mercedes in three. Haas in third. Or Mercedes in third, Haas fourth, Red Bull top five. My apologies, y'all. It has been a very while, and of course, let's go ahead and talk about as far as the driver standings at the moment. It is Cody the Bear up in front with Heredia God in second, Darludo third, Joker fourth, Jackson Almond fifth, Clay in sixth, Spin and Win seventh, Porchy Dude eighth, Useless ninth, and right out our top 10 it is Killer. So we have a very exciting action-packed racing for you guys, and hopefully we'll see how things go. We can try to get things going. I don't know if that was recent, but okay. But as you can see, we got quite a few drivers in the field tonight. But we shall see how things go as far as our race. There you see Ken LaFleur, you see my G. I don't know what's going on. I guess they're trying to get all of the drivers in here. So just give us 1 second and we'll get everything ready. But I do expect this to be a very exciting race, a very action-packed race. And we'll just have to see how that goes. Just give it 1 second. We'll try to get Fortunator here. If not, looks like we're about 8 seconds away from qualifying. So this is going to be a very exciting time, very action-packed racing, and we are glad that you are with us on this very exciting night, full of action-packed racing, as you just saw with the Cup Series at Talladega, and of course that I cannot wait for as far as the Truck Series on the side of things. And we'll just have to see how things go. I I'm going to see what the strategy is going to be for these drivers, and we shall see how things go from there. So, well, we're less than 8 seconds away until qualifying starts. Alrighty. So that has been recent. Alrighty. Um, if you'll let me join, that'd be great. Alrighty. Hello.
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 You are
Alrighty.
live, Heredia,
Yes,
so you
we are
can.
God, a
live.
burp. Oh my lord.
Alrighty.
Oops.
So I'm in the party with Joker, Heredia. Who else am I in the party with? Miss Soaps. Glad to see you guys. How do y'all feel about tonight's race?
I'm ready to win it again.
Ready to win again? Yes, sir.
I
Gladly.
start third?
Um, what's going to be the strategy as far as qualifying here today, Joker?
Well, we are
Whoa!
live,
You're
so
joking?
that's really.
Oh, oh my god.
Well,
Calculus.
there is no qualifying. There's this thing called a sprint, so the order
Sprint.
that we finish in the sprint will
Wow.
set the.
Dude, that was insane.
Alrighty. Um, we'll definitely have to see how things go. Best of luck to you guys in the sprint as we are waiting on some drivers. Cannot wait to get a chance to call this one. I know it's kind of unexpected, but hey, at least we got a stream going. Am I right?
Yep.
I know Heredia's excited. I know Mason's excited. I know everybody in this
Oh,
field is.
Steelers are losing? Wow.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that, even though it's
That's
unfortunate.
great. Need the Bills to shine.
You guys, I mean, basically, this stream has helped me from distracting from how bad that game was in the first half. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that though. Um, as we're waiting on some more drivers to get a chance to join, I don't know what's going on, but
No, we're just making sure everyone gets their setups in, and then we'll do a formation lap, and then we'll be on our way.
alrighty, thank you. Thank you for the invite to the party. This really helps me out being by myself, so thank you. All right. As we're waiting, I definitely okay then.
Mm-hmm.
As we were waiting, as far as my drivers, as far as keeping my eye on in this field tonight, obviously I'm looking at the three drivers I'm talking to at the moment: Soaps, Heredia, and Joker, and of course, more of the drivers. I think is Darludo racing tonight?
He
Yep.
is in the Red Bull.
Is he? Yeah.
All right, I'll be watching Darludo in this field tonight as well.
Well,
All
I'm
right,
fifth? Wow.
alrighty.
Jackson second?
This is the formation lap. As you can see, we only have 11 drivers in this field tonight. This is going to be a very interesting sprint race. Only 8 laps in this sprint, as we will show you guys how big this course is. It's not really that big compared to most, but it is going to be a very interesting one. I think obviously the most speed will be that long straight stretch you see right there where the start finish line is. And I think maybe Sector 2 is going to be a very interesting factor. But however, though, Sector 3 should be nothing to these guys.
Yeah, one thing to point out, only two DRS straights. Obviously, the main straight and the immediate corner after.
Yeah. So this is your current field at the moment as we are going through the pace laps. Jackson in first, or sorry, Portuguese dude in first, Jackson second, Joker in third, Darloto fourth, Heredia God right out the top five. Then we see the two Haas guys, Cody the Bear, small NASCAR fan, in sixth and seventh, Kenny LaFleur in eighth, with Soaps ninth, and of course, around out that is both Mike G and O number.
One thing to point out as well, Mike G and um, Bobby Love did finish on the podium in the D2 race here,
Yeah, yeah, it was okay, and
as
okay
well
then.
as Mason Pope as Starludo is spinning out. Heredia is racing me. Okay.
It's all about the competition. I mean, Heredia is just trying to pass you, trying to make a name. Well, I wouldn't say make a name for himself as he's hitting. I don't know if he was in the back bumper or who that was, but we got the field together. Wait for the green lights to go out, and we'll get a chance to go racing here. Let's go ahead. Oh, and of course, Cody the Bear was disqualified, and Miss Soaps was disqualified. So, as Fortunators joined,
And if you both are doing this, then I will be asking you to make a new party. Thank you.
yes, yes, sir. Let's go ahead first. Let's go ahead and make another party, please.
So commanding.
Just do it after everyone gets sorted here.
Yeah, I definitely will. Once somebody makes the party, I'll leave. Alrighty, and green lights out. We're underway here at Hungary in the first session. As as first makes the party. Good luck to you, gentlemen. We'll talk to you guys after.
Hmm.
Alrighty, and we're back,
Alrighty.
and of course, and I gotta get a chance to send Furchinator an invite. Do you have one, Furch?
Just give me 1 sec. I'm still setting up.
Alright, as I'm back calling the race, Jackson Altman is in the lead in this session race. Oh, sorry, Portuguese. I don't know why I keep thinking about that. It's been a long day. Furchinator is joined with us, so that means he will spectate and help us out with this one.
Hola.
Hola, and thank you so much for calling the cup race. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to miss that out. But here comes
Oh,
Porchy
no
Dude.
problem.
Porchy Dude doing really good for himself, but Jackson Allman's trying to be able to make that pass.
Oh, what has happened to Kenny in the back?
Kenny LaFleur is losing on a lot of spots, but this is a session race. This isn't the main race. Only 1 out of 8 laps.
I
Porchy
will
Dude,
say two. I will say two. Only the top eight score points.
yeah, only top 8, and we only have 11 drivers as Kenny LaFleur is coming down to the pits. Porchy Dude with the fastest lap of the 122.
Oh, and there's a little bit of him sliding. I will say this track does have a lot of issues where there can be a lot of sliding because these tires, they they just lose traction really fast.
Yeah, not to mention that Joker brought up a really good point. The only fastest sectors would probably be up there between 3 going into 1 right there. And of course
Yeah,
we're seeing as
that is really the only time you use your ERS.
yeah, the only time you use your ERS for sure, as that is a really awesome camera angle in this game. Wish Hate would do something like that, unfortunately. But it is Porchy Dude who's leading most laps. Joker right there sitting at third. He's got Heredia got right behind him. We talked to those 3 drivers just a little bit ago, and they are ready to go. So far, it seems to be very, very competitive for third place for Joker and Heredia God and Soaps. Cody the Bear up in 6th. There we see the strategies. There are no really strategies, and let's go ahead and show you guys what type of tires are they running in this one. As Soaps with the fast lap of the 117. There we see so Kane LaFleur is running on intermediates. Meanwhile, from first to sixth, running on softs, and from seventh to 10th, running on mediums.
Understandable. I know right now. Um, it really kind of is just this top six almost, and then just the rest of the pack. I don't know really what's going on too much with that back bunch, but I know those mediums really aren't going to help much. Especially, I know there's only 8 laps, but those softs don't fall off enough in 8 laps.
Honestly, they definitely don't fall enough in 8 laps for sure, and it's a very interesting strategy to say the least. And we'll definitely have to keep an eye out. Of course, watching old number 7 right there. I think that's Bobby Love, I believe. He's chilling right now in 8th place. Him and Mike G are working, or they're trying to pretty much hold on to a really good strategy as far as position wise. Meanwhile, back up to the front, we do see Porchy Dude, Jackson Altman. Looks like this is pretty much just might as well say the battle for the lead because it's getting very dicey as we're riding along with the in-car cam of Jackson Altman. He's going to try to make the pass to the outside. Side by side they go. And Jackson Altman's going to make the pass for the lead to that one Porchy Dude. And now what's going to mean for Porchy Dude? He's got Joker and Heredia and maybe, yeah, Cody the Bear. This is a really interesting battle for second place.
Yeah, I mean, you do make a really good point. This is a good battle for second.
Oh, and
Oh,
that is
Cody,
small
or
NASCAR
that's small.
fan.
That spun. Oh no.
Small NASCAR
He's keeping
fan.
this position. Kenny's way too far behind. Kenny is on the intermediate tires.
Yeah, I mentioned that just a little bit ago. That's very
Mason
interesting.
with the 3 second. That can cause a little bit of issue, especially he's right now is provisionally behind Mike G in ninth, so he's out of the points.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I say that's a. We'll have to see. I mean, we'll see how far. I mean,
Or
yeah,
no, he is
Darloto,
not. He's not behind Mike G. He's only behind old.
Darloto, or yeah, Bobby Love of old number 7.
Bobby
You're
Love is not old numbers. Or yeah, that is old number 7. Sorry, I messed up.
you're perfectly fine, First. As we are getting down to 4 laps to go, let's look at the
Oh,
battle.
Joker with the pass. Oh, Heredia with the pass. Heredia with the double. No, we'll even get one to stick. Yes.
Portugal lost 2 spots, and he's gonna make contact with Heredia God.
As Jackson will not be caught.
Jackson will not be caught because we're seeing a 4 or 5 car battle for second place here.
Yeah, and Jackson is gaining time.
And here comes Cody. Cody's made some contact with him. What can Masopes do? Can Masopes execute on what's going on between Cody and Porchy? We'll have to see. Excuse me. As Cody the Bear has a 3 second time penalty, multiple warnings. Never see the battle for a second though between Joker and Heredia. These two have been having some of the best battles all season long, and it does not surprise me to see a battle here tonight. Here at was it Hungary, I believe? Yeah. Now, first I'm gonna ask you this. So you did race in the was it D2 race last night?
Yes, that was in the Division 2 race.
All right, so you got a chance to race here. What is going to be the strategy as far as the main race for these drivers?
Main race, depending on what they feel, depending on if there's a safety car that comes out. I know I saw a lot of guys go from mediums to softs or soft to medium. Safety car did come out right around when the pit window was, though. So some people did go from we're trying to stretch it out and kind of got messed over. But there also is a chance if you want to try and stretch it out. Hopefully there's no safety car, but you could go softs to or hards to softs.
Oh, we got to focus on this battle. Soap's getting, I believe now that is 6 second time penalties now for him. So either way, I think he's
Yeah,
going to.
he is behind. He's behind Mike G now, so he is out of the points unless there's a miracle.
Meanwhile, the battle for fourth is still going on here with Porchy, Cody, Darludo, and Soaps. As far as his battle with all this. Oh, somebody spun around. Oh no, I did not. That was a false alarm. I thought I saw somebody. One of the
I was about to say, no.
no, yeah,
As Porchy is losing time, he looks as though he's going to be stuck in fourth because I know Cody has that penalty.
yeah. Cody the Bears got the penalty, so yeah, it will be Darludo that's currently trying to get up there with that one Portuguese with only 2 laps left in the session race, and of course that was old number 7. Both drivers, both old MIG. What in the world happened to these two? These two are teammates.
Uh, well, Mason is now back in the points.
He is back in the points after what went down, and looks like we got
Oh,
another.
small NASCAR is even passing them. I think. Oh, they don't have wings. That's not good when you don't have a wing. Personal experience.
I'll say you know thing too about not having a wing, I believe, don't you, Furch?
We don't need to get into that, but yeah, these cars are very flimsy.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if there'd be any repairs, maybe the next lap as we are on the final lap of this session race. Jackson Altman, he's got nobody in sight. He is just all by his lonesome as he is about to approach to Kenny LaFleur. Meanwhile, the battle for second, Heredia God does take second over Joker. The battle for fourth, it is getting dicey between him, Cody the Bear, Darludo, and Masopes.
Yes, very true. They having a decent battle right there between Cody, Darludo, and Mason. As Mike G doesn't pit, but old number 7 does.
I mean,
And he will retire.
he,
That moves Kenny up, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, but Kenny would still be out of the points, I believe, at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's in provisional 10th.
Yeah, so meanwhile, since it is the final lap, I mean, Jackson Altman, you can see the gap between him and actually, yeah, him and Heredia God, or no, that's Cody the Bear with more multiple time penalties. There you see the intermediates and Ken LaFleur. That's a very interesting strategy. But Jackson Allman is going to win this session race. Jackson Allman takes it.
And Heredia in second. Wow, he actually caught up. Joker
Yeah,
third, and looks as though
Porchy's going to
we
finish.
will see fifth place Darludo.
Hey, excuse me.
And Small has, I'm pretty sure, only the 3 seconds worth of penalties, so that will indeed be a. I'm pretty sure that is. Can't see it anymore, but I'm pretty sure that will be 8th place for him. Mike G will not score.
Yeah, well, hey, it is. Oh boy. Well, Jackson Altman is going to get driver of the day for this session, and unfortunately, the Steelers are getting their tails beat. But okay. But hey, this is going to be a very interesting one. Hopefully, first, if you don't mind, I need to go grab myself a drink.
That is perfectly fine. I can take over if you need to. If you need me to.
All right, thank you. Be back.
Alrighty, so to go on with the rest of our race, we do have for this result for the sprint race this weekend. We have Jackson Altman finishing in first place with 8 points, Heredia in second with 7, Always Joker in the Mercedes in third with 6. Fourth and fifth are Porchi and Darludo. 5 points for Porchi, 4 points for Darludo. Third place Cody the Bear with 3. This Mason in Mercedes with 2 points, and finishing out our top 8 with 1 point will be Small NASCAR Fan. As we have Mike G, old number 7, and Kenny LaFleur to finish out our starting grid. As that sprint race technically is qualifying, so we will not have a qualifying session.
Yeah.
Any specific thoughts on who you think is going to win this race today?
Personally, I think it's going. I think the guy that you're looking at is Jackson Altman. He was very, very fast in this session, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does come home with a win tonight. Thank you first for taking over that because I really needed the drink. So thank you so
No
much for that.
problem. No
All right,
problem indeed.
all right. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Who do you see winning here tonight?
Um, honestly, depending on how Jackson is, because I know Jackson, he is a little rusty, and he is fast, but he does get in his own head a little bit of the time. I could see Heredia or Joker pulling it out, but I would say Heredia. I'm gonna say Heredia is my winner for today's race.
Heredia being the winner already. We'll definitely have to keep that in mind. So your pick is Heredia. My pick is
Now,
Jackson.
question for you: who's gonna be our one driver to not score points today?
Honestly, it definitely have to be one of the McLaren drivers. It definitely have to be either Bobby Love or Mike G.
Now, why do you say that, if I may ask?
Really, truly, I mean, if they struggled in that session race, then who knows, they could struggle here in the main race. So, I definitely don't see one of the McLarens getting points tonight.
Personally, for me, I mean, I feel as though all these guys are going to be good enough to be like running with each other, or at least for the most part, some of them are going to be. But I feel as though it might be Small because considering that the only reason he got into that top 8 right there was because of the issues that happened between the McLarens.
I definitely do agree. As we are still waiting, I think we're waiting on all the drivers to get their setups in. No more pace laps because we're getting ready to go to the real laps. This is going to be a very fun one. Jake and Furch up in the booth. Can't believe I'm saying that again, but Furch, thanks so much for helping me out because I cannot definitely do this without you. So,
Oh, no problem.
any last thoughts on how you feel about the race before we get started?
Um, gonna be very slow and melodical because I know not too fast of a track. We're gonna see a lot of turns, probably a lot of spins, maybe a couple wings flying off. Yeah, maybe one safety car. Probably not though.
Yeah, if we end up getting a bunch of safety cars, and yet I think Joe Kermasopes and Heredia will look back on this and they'll realize who jinxed it. So I wish you the best of luck on that one, to say the least. But I think this is going to be a very great race. It's going to be a very exciting race for both of us to get a chance to call. Sorry that my commentating ain't the best. I've worked a 12-hour shift, and here I am. But hey,
Hey, you're all good. You're all good. No worries, buddy.
alrighty. And the lights are out. We're underway. Where's
No.
pace laps?
Yep.
Alrighty.
We have a pace lap. This is lap 0.
Alrighty. So the it looks like the finish that you saw in the session race will be the finish. They'll be the positions that you'll see
That
here
is
tonight.
yeah, that is our starting grid.
Starting
That's
grid.
yes.
Alright, let's go ahead and go through them. In the Ferrari at first, and looks like Bobby Love is going to be disqualified from session. But anyways, Jackson Allman in the Ferrari at first. In second, in the Aston Martin of Heredia. In third, the Mercedes of Always Joker. In fourth, that is. I'm trying to think of what team that is. You can help me out with that.
Which team?
The Portuguese team.
That is the Alfa Romeo.
For Romeo, thank you so much. And the fifth, the Red Bull of Dario Ludo. Sixth, the Haas of Cody the Bear. The seventh, a Mercedes of Masopes. And eighth, the Haas of Small NASCAR Fan. Ninth, McLaren of Mike G. 10th, Bobby Love, which who qualified from that session. And last but certainly not least, I think, was it the Alpha Tari in Kenny LaFleur?
Yes, that is the no, not AlphaTauri. That is the Alpine Kenny LaFleur.
Alpine. Okay. I'm still getting used to my team, so bear with me.
You're fine. You're fine. I
There.
know you're not used to running this or whatever, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for that, for the help there, Furch. I'm still getting my knowledge in as far as the F1 stuff. But hey, we have 11 drivers. We have an amazing track for us, and we have 25 solid, great laps that we get a
And we're
chance to
about to
call.
have a starting grid too.
And we are about to have our starting grid. Here's the potential race strategies for those who are running on small to mediums. Be 11 to 17 laps, and didn't see as far as the strategies for the mediums,
I know
but
when I ran the softs here, it go about 15, 17 laps if you really want to stretch it. If not, you go about 13, 15.
alrighty.
As we are about to get our 5 lights.
5 laps, and then we're ready to have lights out, and then we'll get a chance to get things
And
started.
who are we waiting on?
Uh,
Oh, we are not waiting on anyone. Oh,
what the?
no,
What?
nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's perfectly fine. 3, 4, 5
Five.
lights, and away we go. We are starting this race with Heredia in second. Oh, looks like Heredia will get might get the pass off in this first corner. He might try and go deep.
Portugal's going to go deep too. This is three
Oh,
wide.
and there goes Heredia. And
Port.
Heredia won't get the pass off. Porchi, oh, Kenny is down, and Kenny's up in the 10th. Small NASCAR down in the ninth. Old number 7 up in the 8th. As Porchi all the way down in the 7th place.
Yeah. So this
Oh, as Mike G and Small NASCAR, what is going on here?
they had a very bad start right there. Obviously, we'll definitely take a look as far as these tires. Thankfully, Caleb Fleur does not run out.
Mason up in the
Oh,
2nd place.
I about saw one driver getting spun out, but thankfully Kenny LaFleur is not on any immediates.
And Kenny is still okay.
So yeah, Kenny is still okay for all those
Looks
Kenny
as though
fans out
Kenny
there.
might be catching up to old number 7, might be passing him soon, as old number 7 is losing time to Porchi.
Yeah, Porchi went from fourth to seventh, and yet Porchi's gonna have to make up some ground.
Oh,
and there's a battle for fifth place between Darluto and Cody the Bear. And this is going to be interesting as we see the looks like the 11th and Small NASCAR fan is losing
Yeah,
the field.
Small is pitting.
Small is pitting under this is a very interesting strategy. Something had to
Might have
happen
wing
with
damage.
maybe made some contact with one of the um, with Mike G or Bobby Love.
Yep, it is indeed wing damage. No, it's not. You just
Oh,
switched to the
and
hards.
Darluto is spun around at the moment. Darluto is spun
Oh
around.
no, no wing damage, so he should be okay. Those tires might be a little cooked though.
So here's the race strategy from mediums to hards will be going from 14 to 23 laps. So
I don't know. I don't know if many people are going to go on to the hards, especially considering the way this race is going right now. There's a definite chance we see some. We could see a safety car go out.
if this race stays clean, then I mean, we may not see a safety car. I mean, at least for I hope for the driver's sakes that we will not see one. Right now, let's go ahead and go back up to the front. You see the gap between Masopes and Jackson Altman. Masopes seems to be having a very fast car after a couple of I think was only one 3 second time penalty in that session. He seems to be doing really good in the main race. Doing right now in second.
Jackson with the fastest lap at an 18.5. Will anyone beat that?
DRS is
Doesn't look like it.
enabled.
There are 25 laps to this race. Not anything that will cause concern with these tires anytime soon. They should start falling off by about 11 to 13. Especially if you're on the softs. If you're on the mediums or the hards, should be about like 14 to 16 when they start falling off.
I gotta ask you a question, and from the way that I'm looking at the skies at the moment, do you think is there going to be a possibility of seeing some rain at this race, or do you think it's just going to be just very cloudy?
It's the definite possibility that there could be rain during this race. Is it likely? I do not know. There was not anything stated before about rain, but there could definitely be a possibility. This track is known for having some rain races.
And yet we possibly could see one here tonight, as right now the battle is kicking on with Heredia God. He is catching up right there, right behind Soaps, and
Speaking of battle, there's also one for fourth place between Joker and Cody the Bear.
And we've seen Cody the Bear. He's been doing very solid over the last couple of weeks, and he is currently inside the top five. As far as the top eight, that would be those who would get the points at the moment.
The top 10 get points.
Well, top 10. Well, my apologies.
Top 10 gets points for the main race. Top 8 gets points for the sprint race. It's an understandable mistake. People make that all the time. It was only, but yeah,
Thank you for that first.
no problem.
But let's go ahead and get back into this race. As you see right now, Joker is back. And Heredia God, as Heredia God does take second away from Soaps for the battle for second. Um, you're looking at the Kenny LaFleur currently battling with that one Porchy dude for sixth place. And
As looks as though the best battle right now seems to be Joker and Cody the Bear, and mixed with Mason as well, as Heredia might be catching. Yeah, Heredia is slightly catching. It looks as though to Jackson Altman in the corners, not the straights. I would say.
I would say, as far as the straights, Jackson Allman seems to be really.
I was gonna say Jackson's car is definitely more, probably has less downforce, which can be at a fault sooner rather than later. As Joker will pass his teammate Mason, might be team orders there or something like that.
Maybe, but yeah, that's going to put Masopes in the battle for with Cody the Bear for fourth at the moment. And right now I'm keeping an eye on Masopes, and he seems to
As
have.
small spun again.
And looks like the drivers are slowly about to catch up to him, and this could be a very bad toll if you're a small NASCAR fan. So he's been struggling. He did very decent in the sprint race, but in the main race, it seems like everything has gone downhill from there.
As there's two battles going on right now, one between Kenny and Porchi, and then one between the third through fifth place right now. Looks as though, or sorry, third or fourth and fifth place between Mason and Cody the Bear.
Yeah, they're very well set on that. Let's go ahead and get the 10th telemetry off. As we are about to approach less than 20 laps to go, and Small NASCAR fan with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane,
And Small is retired from the session.
and he is
Everyone,
done.
everyone who is currently on track at this point now will be scoring points, all the way
So,
from Jackson to Darludo.
so pretty much, even if you are doesn't have the best position, especially if you're Darludo or any of the McLarens, you're pretty much getting those much needed points.
It's
And
not even just
Jackson,
McLaren's. It's anyone from sixth down because it looks as though sixth place is just that far behind. I don't know what's up with Porchi right now, but his tires either the softs are really that much faster here, or Porchi just really hasn't had good grit. Because I know the McLaren, or not the McLarens, Mercedes both went on the mediums, and they're both actually doing pretty solid.
they're both actually doing pretty solid. Not to mention that, I mean, Kane LaFleur, he's been battling with Porchy Dude, as we'll ride along with Kane LaFleur on his car cam, and he seems to have He seems to be doing really good as far as the turns, but he's kind of waiting for that right moment, and this could have been the moment right here for him to pass Porchy Dude, but he's just
I
not.
think he's going to wait till the straightaway so he can keep DRS. Because once you get DRS on that first straightaway, you're going to be able to keep DRS for both straightaways, basically.
Oh, Porchy gets a little bit loose right there. I don't know if you saw that there first.
I did, and he should have DRS at this point. So he is side by side, he will get the DRS. Will he make it past him? That's the question. Oh,
He
Porchi with a good
is.
block.
He had to have blocked. I mean, he had no other choice. But here comes Kenny LaFleur, and
No, Kenny will not pass him here. Will he?
he.
Yeah, he does. He does get the switchback.
But Porty's gonna stay in
Uh,
front of him.
no, Porchi won't.
Oh my God! Contact being made between both drivers.
Oh, this is a great battle actually to watch. Wait, did Porchi make him lose part of his wing? Oh,
I'm kind of thinking
nope, he
that's.
didn't lose any wing. Thank God.
I
I thought
wouldn't
he
be.
lost the panel.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny LaFleur takes some revenge type of vibe. And oh man, that turn right there. We're gonna stay on this battle because this battle's getting very dicey at the moment between both that one Portuguese dude and the King of Fleur. Not to mention, look who's also watching the battle from behind in the old number 7. He seems to be watching this, and he could make an impact on this one as well.
Yeah, he's just waiting for his moment. I mean, Kenny and them fighting is not helping at all because it's just making them lose more and more time to Cody and the rest of the pack.
Losing more and more time.
Speaking of battle, Heredia is caught up to Jackson.
Yeah, we definitely need to get to that as well. I'm kind of hoping we do see a rain race because I mean this is gonna definitely throw everybody's strategy.
Oh, Kenny with the pass.
Tail the pass, and Portuguese still hanging on.
He will make it stick.
He will finally make it stick
And
this
he had the
time.
DRS, so he will basically keep it the whole time.
Now Kenny can just try to stay clear and try to focus on catching up to the top 5. You can pretty much see the field is spread, but yet look at Heredia God. He is catching up to Jackson Altman. We definitely need to get back to the front.
Yeah, I will say Jackson does have a lot of ERS that he has to spend, unlike Heredia.
Jackson, yeah, you mentioned it. Yeah, very correct. Jackson does have a lot to compare to Heredia. To Jackson's 94% to Heredia's 33%. So this is gonna be a very interesting strategy at the moment. So I would definitely keep an eye if I'm Jackson and Heredia at the moment.
As going back to the last battle that we had with Kenny, Forchi is losing time to Kenny. So if that says anything,
So now what does that mean
as
for
Heredia does have the DRS, will he get anything to go this time around? He will not. Porchi is in the pits.
Porchy is
Wonder
in the
if there's any
pits?
sort of wing damage or anything going on for him.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to that. So we talked about tire strategy and it looks like Porchy Dude is going to be coming out to the hard. So that's a very interesting, bold call for Porchy Dude. But it's whatever he can do.
I think it might be. I think it's a good strategy depending on if we do see a rain. I mean, seeing a strategy like that, you kind of actually have to throw the idea of rain into the fold because if we see rain, he's going to be Jackson with a little bit of a mistake there, gets a little bit slidey. But if we do see rain here, the big thing with that is I understand that he's going to be a little bit farther behind, but he also has fresh tires, so he's going to be able to stay out as long way longer than these guys. So if they need to pit, he's going to actually have the great
Here
strategy here.
comes. Oh, I thought Heredia was going to make the pass for the lead. He's waiting.
No, I don't think we see Heredia pass until we get up to this front stretch.
This is a very, very interesting strategy if you are the Heredia god, and he's
As Heredia using ERS and DRS, will he make it pass? And he will to
will,
start
but
off, but the switchback
the crossover from
as
Jackson
Mason
Home.
and Cody the Bear are in the pits. Oh no, he did not get it to stick. Will it get to stick this next time around? Who knows?
And if you're Mason and Cody Bear, you guys are coming out on medium. So I think we're seeing the fuel window, and it's about to
Oh,
happen
as
right
there's a
now.
spin. Old number 7 and Mike G have both spun. They got into it with each other. Mike G has retired from the session.
And not to mention that, it looks like Bobby old number 7 has some wing damage at the moment.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looked like old number 7 had some pretty bad wing damage.
As
Cody
Cody the Bear gets a
Bear,
3-second time penalty.
thank you for that, Verge. And of course, we're seeing as far as who is gaining the most and as far as positions, that would be Kenny LaFleur and old number 7 gaining 7 spots. And old number 7 gaining 5 spots, but that doesn't matter because we're seeing the battle for the lead between Heredia and Jackson.
We should see pit stops coming possibly soon.
I'm gonna get my settings
Some
turned up.
people are in the pit. Some people are in their current pit window.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to my settings here because
Looks
I'm
like a lot of these medium. Looks like a lot of these medium guys are in their pit window. Either in their pit window or they're approaching the pit window.
yeah, we'll definitely have to see as far as the pit window. Not to mention, I mean, the only ones who have really stayed out. Let's go ahead and get to as far as what we're seeing at the moment. We're seeing the only ones who have really stayed out is from first to seventh, besides themselves in sixth. Uh, Pretty much top five running all mediums. So, and first I'm gonna ask you this: do you think it's gonna go from mediums to hards, or it's gonna go to mediums to softs?
Right now, um, probably to considering it's only lap 11, probably to hards. Honestly, if you do go to softs, you're making a bold strategy, and you really got to hope that there's a safety car or there's rain.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm watching the skies at the
And
moment.
I understand it's dark, but I don't know if it's going to get much darker than this. This is probably the most we're going to get right now.
Yeah, I was to say I've been watching the skies here. I mean, it's been cloudy. It's been
It looks
it,
like Mason's pushing with old number 7. He's passing him, and will he get up to Kenny before Kenny gets up into his pits?
but Soap's gonna
Mason
get
with
the
the
fastest.
fastest lap. Ooh.
Okay.
Cody with the fastest lap. Oh dang, a 17.8. 17.8 is a really good lap.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see if you are Soaps, if you can be able to catch up to Kenny Flyer before the pits are in. But if you're Mason, I mean that would be good because he'll get a chance to be either being
Well, I mean,
lead.
right now with the spot Mason's in, he's in a good position because if Kenny goes to pit, say this lap, he's going to be behind probably everyone except for Porchy. He might come out like side by side with Arludo,
And
which
go ahead.
I know Mason and Cody have pits, so Kenny right now is in provisional sixth place. Mason probably provisional fourth.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, we'll just have to see.
I just
But
wonder how long we're gonna keep these. They're gonna keep themselves out.
I'm predicting it's got to be at least like
I think by about 15 is when they're pitting.
between about five,
40 with
maybe.
the 3 second. That's gonna mess up his chances a little bit.
I definitely see it maybe about maybe 6 to 7, 7 laps is when we'll see it. But we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that.
Is going back to our leaders. There is still the battle going on between Heredia and Jackson. It's kind of been stagnant recently.
I mean, really, truly, Jackson hasn't really lost anything except for what happened a couple of laps ago whenever these two were battling. Um, it was a crossover move, and Jackson still stayed up in front. As far as who has led the most laps, it would definitely be Jackson Allman. He seems to be having himself a really fast car, but Heredia said he's gonna win it again. Well, guess what? Heredia is currently second, so he has a potential shot of winning this race tonight. As we approach up to yeah 12 laps to go. About
Yeah, there's
14
about 12 laps to go.
about 11 laps to go now. Well, no, it'll be 12. Sorry, it'll be 12. My
Yeah,
apologies.
there's 12 laps. As this battle is not helping out Joker. Joker's stuck there in third.
Joker's got nobody around him, and the only
Yeah,
person
Joker
that
doesn't really have anything to worry about. I mean, top three is still really good position. It still gets you a lot of points. I know you'd probably want to have first or second so you can get the max points possible, but it's still pretty good, especially since you have a second driver in this race in Mason, who's all the way up, who's almost up in the fourth already.
yeah he is catching up to Caleb Fleur. He seemed to be having faster laps compared to Kenny, so I wouldn't be surprised if he
Well, I mean,
does continue.
the tires do help. When you have better tires, it's gonna help you. Their Ludo's in the pits. As
Darludo, yeah.
I know, since Mike G did not make it far enough into this race, there are only going to be 9 people who score points. I'm pretty sure.
And not to mention this though, as far as the biggest winners in the position spot, be Caleb Fleur as
Oh, and Porchy spun.
Porgy.
Porchy spun doesn't have a wing. There's a virtual safety car out. That's going to help. That's going to help your top 4. All 4 of them looks as though they're going to probably pit. I don't see why not. You lose so much less time if you pit now than if you pit any time else. As Heredia will end up behind Jackson Altman after this pit stop.
And that's I didn't think that we would see a safety car.
Everyone looks as though they'll be going on the softs. Well, it's not a true safety car, but it's still, yeah, I guess, yeah, technically it is a safety car. It's not a true safety car, though. Right now, I know how virtual safety car is. It's mainly just you slow down. You slow down. They have the delta pace, which is what you should be going, like, speed-wise. It's a little wonky sometimes, though, but basically with this, it's they give you the delta pace now that it's off, and they give you, like, a specific amount of time until they, like, clean up the damage, and then they go from there.
As
But
we
with
are, go ahead.
but going on with that,
I'll
or
say
being back racing, we have the pit stops really did actually help Ken. That stop really did help Kenny there because Kenny did end up getting out in front of Cody and Mason, and he didn't have to worry about them passing him at one point due to the pit strategy.
so. Right now, if you're watching on the screen, this is your top three at the moment, with 11 laps to go, going into 10. Jackson almost still in the lead, Heredia in second, and Joker in
As
third.
everyone looks to have stopped and changed onto those. Okay, the only person who did not pit was Darludo due to him pitting the lap before, but everyone except for him is on those softs.
Yeah, I was gonna say is as soon as I'm seeing it right now, everybody's on softs, but Darludo. I mean, we talked about when it was the right time to come into pits, and guess what? This was the
Oh,
best
there's the
time.
caution as Forchi
Darludo,
spun the exact same spot.
Porsche, Jesus, Porsche spun, but yet he is back, and we're still staying green. But we
This is
are
a three-way battle right now for the lead.
in a three-way battle for the
Actually,
lead.
Joker might be falling back a little bit here. Looks as
I
though
mean,
he is. The thing with this is I know that they both have the same tires, so the only really advantage that there could be is the setups, because they also are basically on level with ERS. The DRS can definitely cause a factor, but I don't know if it'll be enough to really make it that much like different.
that I do not know. I do not know. Porch dude has retired.
Porchy is in the pits. Yeah, he has retired.
He so now only 8 drivers on the
No,
lead.
Porchy made it far enough to score. Already got Joker with the fastest lap.
Joker with a 117. So he's got the car. He just needs to catch up, and he is. As far as the battle between Jackson and Heredia, this is going to be interesting. We're seeing 3 drivers. Cody the Bear with the
Cody with the
fastest lap.
fastest lap.
As I was saying, golly, some of these things is popping up every time I keep talking. But these three are very phenomenal. I mean, I've known these guys ever since I've started in HPL. I think Jackson came in a little bit later on, about a couple seasons back. But one thing I can tell you about Jackson is that he's very aggressive. He's very good, and he likes to win. And he's been leading
I
every
mean,
lap
there's a
ever since
reason
he
he's
started
got the
racing.
most win. There's a reason he's up there for the most wins all time for F1, and also has multiple championships in F1 as well.
That's because he knows his strategies. He knows his way to win. And here's another guy that knows his way to win, especially if you're on the NASCAR side of things. But yet, the F1 side of things, he has won a couple. He has won a couple of races and Heredia God. So yet, don't count him out either. And neither is champion himself, Joker from the NASCAR side of things. He shows that he can do good outside of a stock car, and he's trying his way to catch up to probably the 2 best in F1.
Tempers flare between some people in this race.
I'll say there isn't really much, but the battle that we're seeing is the biggest battle that we're seeing. Is not one, not two, but 3 drivers battling for the lead. What can Heredia do? He's got the faster car. He knows he does, but he's kind of just waiting. And if these two battle, then that puts Joker in contention.
It does definitely put Joker in contention. I just don't know if Joker is going to be because Joker has a fast car in a straight line. The issue is that once we get into these corners, he just falls back a little. I mean, he is starting to catch up here, so it might change. But in this second half, he just seems to fall off a little bit and not be able to keep enough speed.
Yeah, seems to be for sure. Seems to be for sure.
Looks as though Heredia might be falling back a bit, so Joker definitely has a chance to catch up in the second place.
As we're now approaching just 7 laps to go left in this race. 7 laps to go. Can Jackson hold on to the lead? Mm-mm.
Looks as though
Jackson.
Heredia is almost like up with him. He's just been right on his rear wing this whole time. He's been sniffing that first place spot. I just don't know if he'll be able to reach out and catch it yet.
That's a very interesting choice of words there, Furch. But
He's like
somebody will.
he's like a he's like a predator going for his prey. He's just waiting for the right moment. I just don't know if he'll be able to make that catch.
All right, we're approaching up to 6 laps to go this time by for Jackson Altman. Alrighty, since we're now got done with a little bit of silence, let's go ahead and check out on everybody as far as their positions. Kenny LaFleur in fourth, Cody the Bear in fifth, with Soap sixth, Darludo seventh, and old number 7, 8, Darludo in eighth. And we're looking at the gap, and let's see
I
how
know,
much.
I know Kenny and Cody have been fighting for a little bit. Cody does have the 3-second penalty, so I don't think he'll really change anything. I mean, if Cody gets in front of him, he's gonna have to make a momentous push to try and be able to get far enough ahead to keep fourth place.
And yeah, right now we're seeing Heredia just gained a lot of spots from that move.
Yeah, Heredia is definitely gaining time. It's just, as I was saying earlier, I just don't know if he has the car to be able to pass him. Jackson really just has had his way this entire day. I mean, it's Jackson's race to lose currently right now. Oh, and
Old number
someone?
7, old number 7.
Yeah, that is old number 7 who had some issues there. As one thing that can definitely happen due to there not being a safety car, there could be an issue of people and their fuel. Because I know a lot of people, I know a strategy that people like to do is underfuel the car and hope for a safety car. Because if there is a safety car, then you get a chance of being able to have the lighter car for the start of the race. And so once the safety car comes out, you can save fuel there. But without that, there really isn't that much you can do. So you're gonna have to save at least a little bit of fuel.
4 laps to go this time by Can Jackson hold on to the lead? Heredia is working everything he can.
Oh, Heredia is right on that back end of him.
He got loose right there at the end of that turn.
I mean, he got stuck with a little bit of dirty air. It's gonna happen. He's pushing. I think he's pushing a little too hard at where he's right on his back. He needs to be able to give himself a little bit of give himself a little bit of leeway. I know you want to get as much arrow as possible, getting his draft kind of like how NASCAR is. But but you just don't want to make it to where you're too close and where you can't get a proper pass off. But I'm pretty sure with that happening, I don't know. It might take him a lap or two to be able to get back into that spot that he just was a little bit ago during this lap.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Of course, we're seeing how much these two are saving as far as, I believe that's the DRS.
ERS.
ERS.
DRS is when you're within the 1 second of the car. But speaking of being close on someone's back, being ready to pass, Joker, right on this front stretch. Don't know if it will happen, but there's definitely a chance. Joker down the inside.
He
Oh,
got
Mason with a
loose.
3-second, and he got loose.
Joker got loose.
He went a little too deep into that corner, tried to get his pass to stick, and it just did not work.
3 laps to go this time by.
As Heredia is just about back to where he first was, right on Jackson's back, hoping to get enough space to get that pass to work. I know they are harvesting some ERS too when that red light's coming up, so I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna cause any concerns for this pass getting off, or if that's gonna be fine due to the DRS.
We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out as we are
Is we are
approaching.
going to 2 to go. Darludo with a 5-second across the white line, exiting the pit lane. Okay. Jackson looks as though he's harvesting ERS as well. Could this be the point where Heredia finally gets his pass off? Just a little bit too far away. Almost had a chance to be over there.
Almost had to say the least, as Horia is trying to gain some time on Jackson.
Mm-hmm. As it looks as though old number 7 will almost be passing Mason here for this spot in 6th place. As we still look to our leaders.
As we are approaching now the 2 laps to go this time by. Jackson Altman, if things go well for him, he's going to end up getting himself another win. White flag this time by. White flag.
Last lap. Will we see anything from Heredia here? This is really his last chance to even get a pass off. And we will not. It looks as though Jackson, I don't think he will get past.
Unless Horia does something drastic. Jackson Altman with a really great race who has led not only the sprint race, but of course this race itself. Horia's going to have to do something here.
I don't think he will. As Heredia might come out of fuel before this last corner. As all of them might be losing fuel before this last corner. Mr. Luda with the fastest lap.
Here comes Heredia. Heredia's going to make contact. And for the final time, Jackson Altman's going to win at Hungary.
And going back to this battle with Cody and Kenny. As I was saying, I mean, Cody did end up getting the pass off in the end, but Kenny is still going to beat him. He's going to get 4th place due to the time penalties.
Masope's going to be finishing 6th. That's one way to end the race for Cody.
As old number 7 will officially get the pass off to end up being in 6th. Masope's finishing 7th. And our last and final finisher, finisher will be Darludo in 8th place. Alrighty, time to do our interviews.
Can you take care of it? Can you do the interviews, man? Let's go ahead and get them in here. Yay.
Alrighty, time to do our interviews.
Can you ask some of the questions?
Yes.
I don't have enough energy to get a chance to ask anybody anything.
That's perfectly fine.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and I got Jackson.
All 3 of them have their invites.
Alright, yeah. Let's go ahead and
Alrighty.
there they are.
So, starting off, we have Joker in here. Just waiting to see if we get the other ones. Alright, so we have Jackson, and then we're just waiting on Heredia.
Let's go ahead and get a chance to talk to Joker first.
Alrighty, so, do you want to start, Jake?
Honestly, Joker, I just wanted to say congratulations on the podium. I know it was a very hard-fought victory, and I'll let first ask the question.
Alrighty, so Joker, I know you're kind of a little bit far behind once before that safety car came out. Did that safety car cause any sort of change in your strategy, or was it just same old for you?
No, I feel like I was really, once I realized I lost the DRS and then like towards the last few laps on the mediums, I was like, oh, okay, I'm still keeping up with them. So I still had a chance But then the virtual safety car came out, and then Jackson and Heredia got it. Um, they weren't attached anymore, and then I was able to get Heredia's DRS. But it's so hard to overtake, you know. So I
Yeah.
got close at the end there, but I was still like, you have to be like within 5 tenths. But
Mhm.
that was intense, but it was fun.
I know also for that sprint race you did pretty solid in it, finishing third. Was there any strategy change going from the sprint race to the main race, or was it kind of just doing the same?
Well, we got held up by Parchi in the first race, and I feel like that let Jackson get away. Um, then me and Heredia started running him down really quickly in this sprint, so then it kind of wasn't the same during the race. Um, Jackson likes to try and break the DRS as quickly as possible, and I feel like that was the difference there.
Understandable. And congratulations on third place. Hopefully you do good next week at Spa.
Yep. At least we didn't have someone block the field going 20 miles an hour faster.
Hey, we're trying to be professional. Alrighty. Now on to our second place driver, the Heredia God.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, do you have anything or no?
Honestly, I just want to say, Heredia, congratulations on the top three finish. You had a really faster car, and first, take it away, buddy.
Alrighty, Heredia. I know you kind of were right on Jackson's back there. Was there anything you were trying to do to kind of like intimidate him, try to get that pass off, or was it just trying to stay in the DRS as much as possible?
Um, I was trying to make him mess up, just put pressure on him, but I had really low ERS, so I was just trying to save that at the same time. And once I like made a little bit of mistake, and he gets almost a second away from me, I have to burn oil up. And during the final laps, those are big. Where I had no ERS, and I couldn't really attack him as I wanted to. I mean, I was there, but I feel like if I just didn't make those mistakes and was right on him earlier, I probably could have made a move on him. But I mean, it was a good race. I mean, it was fun. So you can
Understand,
barely pass on this track. It's really hard, but good one.
understandable. And one more thing with that virtual safety car coming out, did that cause any change in your strategy?
No, I knew Jackson was going to pit on lap 14, so I just followed him, and then luckily the VSC just came out perfect timing. So
Understandable. Great race. Hopefully you do good at Spa as well.
thank you.
Alright, last
Alrighty, time for our race winner, Jackson Altman. Do you copy?
No.
Okay. Jake, you want to start off?
Yeah, absolutely. Jackson Allman, I just want to say congratulations. I know you had a really fast car, and it doesn't really surprise me as far as what you do out there. So, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, great race. I know you kind of pulled the you kind of pulled the Grand Slam there almost, getting the leading all the laps, and then also, or the only thing you didn't get was fastest lap there. Was there any strategy for you to try and get fastest lap, or did it kind of just not fall your way?
Yeah, no, I just didn't fall my way.
Understandable. And then one more thing was I know you had Heredia right behind you that for almost the entire race. Was there any specific strategy that you had trying to like get him off you, or was it just trying to race your race?
No, I'm just him, and he's not passing me. No,
Okay.
but for real, I was just using the ERS on every street. I had to make sure he wasn't within like 3-4 tenths. If I knew if he wasn't within 3-4 tenths, um, he wouldn't be able to pass me if I was using ERS because I was running lower downforce.
Understandable. Yeah, I noticed that because you did have a decent amount of DRS going through all those corners. I will
Alrighty.
say, great race for you. Good luck next week if you are racing next week. And I'm guessing that's the end of our stream now, Jake.
Alrighty. But that being said, it was a very phenomenal race. Congratulations to Jackson Allman on winning that race. And really and truly, I am sorry I didn't have enough energy for the stream, but I definitely do want to appreciate one person that have helped me out. That is First Editor First. Thank you so much for helping me because I couldn't have done it without you.
No problem, my guy.
With that being said, we are done for the week. We got some more racing in store for y'all coming up next week with Tuesday our Truck Series, Wednesday our D2 and our Xfinity Series, and then the D1 and the Cup Series. So with that being said, for Fortunator, I am Jake saying so long, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.